Hi, I'm Paul from VeloWorks, and I'm going to show you a lovely set of Dynamo wheels I'm going to be building today. I love wheel building, and I'm blessed, fortunately, with being a professional wheel builder. Customers request for me to build wheels all the time, as well as buying our stock wheels on our website. And today I am lucky to build a nice set of endurance slash touring Dynamo wheels. So the customers requested DT Swiss R470, which is a good rim for tyres from say 32C wide up to 47, 40C. I was going to say 47, but 40. If you wanted 47, you'd have to go to the gravel wheel. We've got a lovely, super high-end Sun Dynamo Hub. Lovely. What I love about this is there's a bit of tape on the hub here. So what this does is as you're lacing it with the spokes, you're not scratching the hub, which is great because you don't want to be giving a wheel set to a customer with loads of scratches on the hub. Super nice high-end Dynamo hub for 12mm through axle. On the rear, lovely DT Swiss 350 hub. This one's the kind of original DT Swiss Hoogie or Huggy model. So it's got two ratchets inside here. Lovely, one of our kind of best-selling hubs. Absolutely love it. Love DT Swiss stuff, as some of you might already know. We're going to bring all of these together with DT Swiss competition double-butted spokes. So they're 2mm here and 2mm here, and they go thin, so they're 1.8mm in the middle. This just means they can handle absorption and shock a lot better than a single butted spoke. DT Swiss Prolock nipples. The nipples screw on to the spoke like so. These nipples are great because they've got a bit of thread lock in them. So it means that once the wheel has been set, the thread lock just helps it kind of solidify. You can, and just makes the wheel stronger and less likely for spokes to undo. A lot of people say it's cheating using thread lock in your spokes, but I want to build durable wheels for people. So if there's a product that I can use that's going to make my wheels more durable for customers, I'm going to use it. It's that simple. Once the spokes are in, the nipples are in position and the spokes are in position, you can true as normal. So you can just use it as normal. So it's not like the nipples and the spokes have to stay in the same position. They can be trued and the wheel can be worked on. We have great results with these nipples and we'll always use them despite what everyone says. And then all of our DT Swiss rims and wheels come tubeless ready. So we'll put tubeless rim tape in and then the customer can set it up tubeless or tubed. With all wheel builds, what you have to do is do the spoke calculation. So there's various ways of doing it, but you have to take measurements of the hub, measurements of the rim, and then produce a spoke calculation. Because on a disc wheel, the spokes will be just a little bit thinner on the disc side than they will on the non-disc side. And the same goes for the rear. The right-hand side or the drive side will be shorter than the left side, the non-drive side. So we've done our spoke calculation and we have our 32 spokes, 16 here, 16 here, 16 nipples, and 16 nipples. Now we get to use my favorite tool. So we're going to lace the wheels, but what can happen is nipples can fall all into the rim. So we use my favorite of all tools. It's not Park Tool. It was from DT Swiss, but I think it's made by someone else. So what you do is it holds the nipple. I think because of this application in lots of different trades, it's just a very generic tool. So that is my favorite tool. And now we're going to lace the wheel. So I've laced the wheel and now I need to slowly build tension in the wheel. And I start by tightening up the nipples. What I want to do is I want to get the nipples to exactly the same position to start the process, otherwise the wheel will be wobbly from the off. Now this can be done using a nipple driver, so it goes in to each hole. That can be quite time consuming, just because you're having to do everyone individually and wiggle, 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 wiggle. So what we do is we have a drill, and the drill bit eventually will just be pushed out. As the nipple drives forward, it will be pushed out by the spoke head. Then we will get all of our nipples and spokes in exactly the same position, mostly in exactly the same position, and then we can start the tensioning process. So at the moment, the wheel's not tensioned, but we've got every nipple and spoke into near enough the same position. So the process I go through now, well, I go through a range of processes. What I need to do is I want to end up with the wheel completely straight, within 0.2 mil laterally and 0.5 mil radially. I want the rim to be central over the hub, so that's called dishing, to make sure that when the wheel goes into the frame, it's going to be central. There are some wheels where you want to make the dishing offset because of the frame, but mostly you want the dishing to be central. I'm going to get the spoke tension up to the required tension. This is measured by this. So the gauge on here, it's up to 22. So I want to get a good consistency in spoke tension up to 22. If we measure just now, we're looking at 7. So you can see I've got a little bit of work to do. I'll be using, this is the dishing tool that basically measures if the wheel's dished. You use that off of the truing stand. And then to finish the process, to fine tune the wheel, I will use gauges. Now, as well as all of this elaborate equipment, there's one bit of equipment that is key. And that's a nice chunk of wood with a little hole in it. So I use this. This will be on the floor. And as I go through all the processes I just mentioned, I'll be leaning on the wheel, pushing down and pre-tensioning the wheel, basically making sure all the spokes and nipples are in their correct places. So then the rider, when they use the wheel, the wheel doesn't go ting, 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 ting. And also stressing all the spokes to make sure that they're where they should be. It's a really important tool and a really important process that can't be missed when hand building a wheel. Almost in the final stages of building the wheel, just getting the last little bit of tension in. Then I'll
pre-stress a bit more, double check everything, and do the finer truing. So the wheel has been tensioned, dished, and we have the correct tension on the disc side of the spokes. What I need to do now is I need to bring the wheel within the tolerances that we want. So for a disc wheel, the standards are it can be 4 mil out either way, which is quite a lot. Whereas we build our wheels within 0.2 mil. So that's 0.2 of 1 mil. So I want to get the wheel between these two markers. At the moment, it'll be out slightly because we haven't done any real light truing. So it's out just there. So now my task is to bring it in to our tolerance. So this will be doing this laterally, and then we'll put the gauge on to do radially as well. Done the finer adjustments on the lateral truing. The needle will be a little bit jumpy just because of the profile and kind of the surface of the rim, and it does do a clunk when it goes past the rim joint, but generally we're almost there, We'll do a little bit more just about there. There we are. Thanks for watching. Here we have a lovely hand-built wheel built to the customer's specifications using the finest components. This wheel will last and last and last and outlast that of a factory-built wheel. Please visit our website to check out all the wheels we offer, or get in touch if you'd like a custom quotation for a set of wheels. Now, time to build the rear wheel, and then it'll be posted to the customers. We offer free postage UK-wide. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.